Good afternoon, Justice Warriors. How are you guys? I am doing a little bit better. I think it's just the allergies, but I've just been nursing my poor vocal cords with the good old hot water and lemon, which I love, and honey. Lots of honey. Okay, so everything I say is simply my opinion. It's simply for the sake of conversation, hoping to open up a discussion. I hope to learn something. I hope that others feel like they're learning something. And all my videos are made specifically for YouTube, which is an entertainment platform. So, how are you guys? Let's get back on this Idaho 4. What a mess. What a freaking mess. So, where to start? I want to start with the preposterousness of thinking that a person who was home at the time of the attacks in the house is not a witness. Simply preposterous. I want to say alleged attacks because honestly, I'm not 100% convinced that all the attacks happened in the house. I know that sounds a little cray, but it's quite possible that things happened somewhere else and things were staged in the house, and that's why there was an 8-hour delay. That's why there was another 4-hour delay. I think there were people saying that right off the bat with the red stuff that was oozing out of the floorboards allegedly from Xana's room, that it looked staged. And it might not have been staged, but I'd say, yeah, it looked overdone. So I looked up these words on Google. I looked up victim, I looked up survivor, and I looked up witness, because victim and survivor are the two words that have been used for Bethany Funk and Dylan Mortensen. Neither one of those fit. Witness, that fits. So witness, I wrote down the ones that seem to fit the best, the synonyms for witness that seem to fit the best in this situation. Bystander, ear witness, being present, attending, endorsing, validating, documenting. So that's just a handful of what was on Google. And like I said, the ones that seem to fit best. So survivor is like a fighter, somebody enduring hardship, adversity, a trooper. Yeah, I'd say that quasi fits. Still living, spared, escapee, somebody who left alive, that's a survivor. So, definition of a victim, according to good old Google, is a fatality, a casualty, dead, wounded, injured, or suffering. So, you could say that they're suffering from the trauma. You could even possibly say injured or wounded from the trauma. It's a little bit of a stretch, but not really. But anyway, out of those three words, victim, survivor, and witness, I'd say witness fits by far the best. Victim doesn't really fit. Survivor barely fits. So I also wanted to bring up the ID that was allegedly found in a glove in a box with a fox, and it sounds like Dr. Seuss, right? That ID was never indicated. It was never indicated, as far as I know, to whom that ID was issued. I have heard on the streets of YouTube that it was someone affiliated with the house, which really could be just about anybody in Moscow or Pullman, in my opinion. That could be upwards of 60,000 people. But do we even know if the ID found in a glove in a box was found in the house? I believe it was found in the parents' house in Pennsylvania. Or was it maybe found in the glove box in the car and there was like a miscommunication, you know? The telephone game? Just a question. oh no, the cops are coming to get me. I better be quick. So, oh, that's loud. Sorry about that, you guys. That's a risk I take when going outside, but isn't it nice? It's getting a little bit warmer. So Casper West did a new one a couple days ago. Oh my goodness. His latest about Greek life and the sororities, fraternities is pretty shocking. I highly recommend it. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. But what I really have been wanting to focus on is Police Chief Fry has been reminding me as I've been reviewing his early press conferences. He's been reminding me of Sammy from the Kylie Rodney case when he says things like, anyone who has a white Elantra or anyone who even knows somebody who has a white Elantra, please come talk to us. Anybody who might have seen a white Elantra from 2011 to 2013 make and model, we just want to talk to the people that were in it. Sure. It is very reminiscent of Sammy trying to get everybody to come talk to her and saying, no one's going to get in any trouble. Yeah, I'm sure nobody was going to get in any trouble. That was the plan from go, right? So that's not how you investigate homicide. Typically, people that know anything are not going to snitch. If they do, they're next. And they know that. So another point where he really reminds me not just of Sammy, but maybe of Napoleon Dynamite is when he says, we have the FBI, our detectives, forensic detectives. We're doing everything we can. Remember, Sammy, we're searching high, we're searching low. They've been out here in the water searching like you've never seen anybody search before. Around the world. Yeah. Thousands, millions of tips. Remember, Sammy actually literally said millions? Chief Fry, I think, said about 7 to 10,000 tips. I think about that many emails. And then we all remember the 22,000 white Hyundai Elantras. And that was just when they were saying it was from 2011 to 2013. So that would more than double going up to 2016, right? Because in the end, when they arrested Koberger and said, oh, look, he's got the 2015 white Elantra, just like we said, what we meant to say was 2011 to 2016. We just didn't bother fixing it. So, you know who else exaggerated, like, oh, we've searched like 200 square miles this way and that way, and there's no need to look over there? Mr. Barry Morphew in the Suzanne Morphew case, right up front. Do you guys remember Tyson Draper? The guy who did the videotape of Barry Morphew? Dang, I admire that guy. That guy is super inspiring. I am also going to put a link to one of his most recent videos where he's doing a follow-up on the Suzanne Morphew case and really telling it from his perspective of how he got involved to begin with and things that were leading up to that 45, I think it's about a 45-minute, like the kind of the body cam video that he has of him and Barry showing him what happened. He's like, hey, I'll show you what happened. I mean, what we think happened. Anyway, so a couple more things I wanted to address. The scrapes on the criminal defendant's face could be acne. I had never thought of that. Remember when his first hearing with Ann Taylor, and he had people thought maybe he got beat up or maybe he got injured shaving? I just saw those scrapes again this morning and thought, that could be zits. You know, he could be pretty stressed out in prison without his fancy cleansing cream and stuff, right? Could easily be acne. A lot of us get adult acne. So the big news in this case over the last several days, of course, has been the hearing that's getting scheduled for May 25th, or is scheduled already for May 25th. And now we know that that hearing is the um, the G family, that their attorney has requested or made a motion about the gag order on behalf of the family, that they would like to be able to have their attorney speak to the public about the case as things progress. So I don't think that's asking too much. I think it's a real government overreach to put the gag order on the families. I mean, of course, the families are going to want to do everything in their power to protect the integrity of the cases, of course. But they should have their own free will. I mean, we do live in America, so that's a big thing. When you live in America, you live in America. So there's many people who've lost their lives fighting for the freedoms in this country that we take for granted. And I try really hard not to take those for granted. I'm sure I do, since I've known them my whole life and I've never really lived without them. But we all know what it's like to be around somebody who's like a fascist, autocrat, tyrant. And it seems like that's kind of the mentality of the state of Idaho. I mean, they really keep themselves separate from the rest of the country, like they're their own continent, their own planet. I mean, that's my impression. Like I've said before, I've never really been there, but talking to people that are from there, that's what I've gleaned. So I think that's about it for today. Just going to keep it short and sweet. I do want to say again, I am so grateful to have my channel, and I'm just so appreciative for all of the fantastic, intelligent viewers that I have that send me amazing emails and make comments and comment in the chat, comment in the videos. I appreciate each and every one of your likes, and I don't have my little like button, so I'm going to have to use my thumb. Please hit that like button, share, subscribe if you feel the urge, and I will see you on the next one soon enough. Sounds like some more noise is coming, so I better wrap it up as quickly as I can. Have a really good afternoon. I hope you can take great care of yourself, get your exercise, get your sunshine and fresh air, make sure you stay hydrated. Try to get really good nourishment, high protein, high produce, lots of vegetables, just lots and lots of vegetables. That should be the goal every day. I've spoken about numbers of servings of produce that we should be eating every day. A lot of us have heard five servings of produce a day is a good goal. And really for adults, it's closer to 9. And again, twice as many vegetables as fruits. So that would be like 6 servings of veggies and 3 servings of fruit. I'll be honest, sometimes I don't eat my vegetables. I almost always eat my fruit. But I try really hard to double my veggies of my fruit. So it makes a big difference. You really feel amazing immediately. If you're getting enough sleep and you're getting all of the rest that you need, even just chilling out, taking it easy. If you can sit down instead of stand, that's good. If you can put your feet up, that's even better. And if you can lay down and take a power nap or a cat nap at some point in the day, it's not just for the young and the old, it's for everybody in between. So peace out, you guys. Take care, and we will get together hopefully tomorrow morning. And what else do I want to say? Sending you light and love. Thanks so much. I appreciate you watching.